sickle, sickle ripper, sickle ripper, ripping the sickles.
What? How long ago was that? 11 years? How long have I supposed to be? I gotta make this video. Hold on, let me grab my drink. Let's grab a drink. Let's take a look. Plug in the phone, go to the computer. We gotta figure this out. I haven't done this video in 11 years. What have I been doing? Hold on. The battery's okay. We gotta figure this out. Gatherer? Gotta use a trackpad? Oh my god. Gatherer. Google, help me. Okay. We got it. Please. We need to find out the rares in Morningtide? Is that what the set was? What was the set? I was just watching it. I haven't done this in 11 years? What have I been doing? This is ridiculous. This website is so bad. Oh my god. Morningtide? Is that what it was? Let's take a look. Add. We're good. Okay. Search. Site's so bad. Okay. No, I need to do it by rarity. Need the rares. Descending? Let's take a look. Take a look. What cards do we have? Annie Snitch. No, we just did. Wait, we just talked about. Did I just talk about this set? Annie Snitch? Bitter Blossom? I just talked about this set. What's the one after Morningtide? Oh, Jesus Christ. We're already fucking it up. Annie Snitch. God damn, a piece of shit card. Oh, man. What was the set after Even? The morning and the even. It was an Eventide? Eventide? That had to have been it. Oh, Jesus. Now I know why this took 11 years. Oh, my God. Descending. Rarity. I bang this out. Come on. Okay. So, we have some rare... Oh my god, this website. I didn't do the expansion. Evening Tide. Evening Tide. Add. They don't make this easy. Okay. Rarity. Descending. Add. How do you feel about that? Not that good? Okay, let's take a look. So, go down. Altar Golem. Arkham. Nah, this all looks terrible. This is going to be a short video. Even though it's already been a long time already. Okay. So, let's take a look real quick. Altar Golem. 7 mana. Trample. Power and toughness equal number of creatures. Doesn't untap. Sounds terrible. Next. Archon of Justice. Comes into graveyard. Remove target permanent. That sounds like a bulk rare. It might have been good at the time. Not great. Ashling the Extinguisher. Whenever deals common Joe player. Choose target creature. 4 mana for... I think at that time that was pretty good for a black creature. I think it's still a bulk rare. Elemental, though. I think elementals might have been hot at that time. I don't remember. It was 11 years ago. Oh, well. Next row. Balefire Liege. I think all the lieges were pretty good. And this one has whenever you do a red spell, it nugs a guy for 3. And a white spell, 3 life. It's great. Card's great. Bloom Tender. I mean, 11 years now in the future, we know this card is good. But I think at the time, no one cared about it. So I'm still going to say it's terrible. Even though if you see it now, you should buy it. Price permitting. Call of the Skybreaker. 5/5 blue, red amount, retrace, graveyard, discarding a land card. Terrible. That's great. Great, great, great. Cascade Bluffs. Filter lands, these guys are all great. Wonderful cards. Cold-Eyed Selkie, Island Walk, deals damage to a player, draw the cards. It's an Ophidian, Thieving Magpie type thing. They're all terrible, never good. Crackleburr, tap 2 on tap. Wait, is that a tap? Tap 2 on tap, red creatures, 3 damage, target, tap, tap and untap? Oh god, they did that in this set, didn't they? That's bad. No. It's no good. No good. The Creekwood Liege. Who remembers deep in the forest? Lieges are all great. They're all great. That's a Liege, which means it's great. Play back spell, tap a creature, blah, blah, destroy target creature if it's tapped. Oh, there's a little Royal Assassin thing going on. That's sweet. Deity of Scars, 7/7 for 5. That's ridiculous. Comes into play with -1/-1. What? What? Regenerate? What? It's still a 5/5 for 7. Wait, a 5/5 for 5, which could become a 7/7. That's fine. I wouldn't pay any real money for it. This guy, I think, was awesome at the time. Flying Lifelink, +4/+4 if you have 25 more life. EDH didn't exist at that time. Well, Commander definitely didn't exist. EDH definitely didn't exist. But this seems like a card that is destined for that format. At the time, it's a bulk rare, though. Don't buy it. Dominus of Fealty, 4/4 for 5. Jesus Christ. How many of these do they have? Is there one for every set? At the beginning of your upkeep, you may gain control of target permanent. Untap it, gains. It's okay. It's a bulk rare. Doomgape, 10/10 for 7. Sacrifice a creature. Gain life equal to its toughness. I mean, worst comes to worst, you gain 10 life for 7 mana? I guess that's good. It's not good. That card's not good. Don't play that card. Okay, what do we got? Endless Horizons. Comes into play, search your library for any number of planes and remove them. I always thought this card was really cool for some reason. I never played it, but I thought it was really cool. It was a weird, like, land tax, but there was a drawback because if the thing got busted, you'd lose the lands. I don't know. I always thought it was cool. Evershriek. Flying. Flying's always good. 2/2 for 5 is not good, but it gets a +2/+2 for each aura. That sounds like a limited card. And what's this do? Return from your graveyard to play. You may put an aura card on it. What? Wait, so if you can just pay 2? Do you have to pay the X? You may put an X. If you didn't remove it from the game. Okay, so you have to pay the X. My mistake. I made a decision before I actually read the card. In summation, it's bad. Fable of Wolf and Hour. 6 mana enchantments. These are always good, especially when they evolve tokens. Whenever you play a green spell, put a 2/2. Whenever you play a blue spell, put a 1/1. That's terrible. That's great. So next we have Fetid Heath. Filterland, whatever you want to call them. They're great. Fiery Bombardment. Chroma. What's that? Sacrifice a creature. Number. Target creature or player equal to the number of red mana symbols. Huh. It's okay. It's not great. It's okay. No, it's not good. It's a rare. It's not good. It's not good. Figure of Destiny. This guy was great back in the day. He was a 1/1 that turned into a 2/2 that turned into a 4/4 that turned into an 8/8. This guy was great. He's probably worth $1 now, but back then he was worth like $15, $20. If you go back into the past, buy them when they're cheap, sell them when they're expensive. They're not worth anything now. That's great. Okay, next row. Filterland. Great. Awesome. Glamour Die? Change text. Oh, these are never good. Change the text of a target spell or permanent Color. Retrace. No, that's good. Ah, this guy was always good. Glenelangelo Archmage. 2/2 flying counters non-creature spells. That's great. Persist. Would I have liked him 11 years ago? I think he was still good. Sure. By the way, fairies were a thing. I didn't think they were a thing, but they became a thing. Hallowed Burial. It's a wrath effect. Air quotes, wrath effect. That puts the creatures on the bottom, which is probably better because they can't be used for graveyard shenanigans, which I've been known for. Hate Flare. I always like this guy because, of course, he has Wither, which is my favorite keyword. It's not. I'm just saying that. But the untap abilities. The untap abilities were so weird. I don't think any of them actually saw any constructed play. They're just such a strange thing. Untap abilities. It's okay. Helix Pinnacle. Anything that has an alternate win condition like this is always awesome in my book. I think they're worth a couple bucks now. You probably could have picked them up for like $1 a piece or less, like 11 years ago. But I think they're probably worth like $4 or $5. So it's like a 400% return. So that's great if you're like in the stock market or something. Inundate. Inundate. 6 mana, sorcery. These are always great. Return all non-blue creatures to their owner's hand. So it's a sorcery. So it's like a worse evacuation. And I guess if you're playing blue, because it's triple blue, then you're playing blue creatures, so yours won't get returned. I don't know. It seems bad. Leering Emblem. Whenever you play a spell, equipped creature gets 2/2 until its turn. That's 2 and 2. Still seems bad because it does nothing by itself. Any card that does nothing by itself, not only does it need a creature, it needs extra spells. So you need to have a creature and this thing, and then equip it, and then play a spell to get. So you need freaking 3 cards to get +2/2. I mean, it can be incredible. Spoilers: his card isn't good. Light from Within. Chroma. 1/1 for each white mana symbol with mana cost. I like this. It's a weird Glorious Phantom. Glorious Phantom? Have you been drinking? Glorious Phantom? I need another drink. Cat, I need a drink. Hold on. My throat's getting sore. Yes, that's Mountain Dew and vodka. I'm okay. So a Glorious Anthem effect, similar to, what's the white one called? Crusade? It's like a weird Crusade, Glorious Anthem, but for white mana symbols. It's okay. Blue, red, these are always... Oh, it's a Liege. Lieges are always good. That's great. Mirror Sheen. Oh, this doesn't look good. Copy instant or sorceries. Target me. Choose new... There's so many stipulations. Oh my god. So many stipulations. Need 3 mana to cost it. 3 mana if something... So you gotta hold up 3 forever. And what if it's like a counter spell? It doesn't... Are you protecting it from like discard or burn or... What? It's not good. That's not good. That's a Liege. Lieges are good. We're playing Lieges. Though it's good. That's good. It's a black card. You know I like black cards. Necro Skitter. 1/4 Wither. Okay. Whenever a creature an opponent controls has a 1/1 and it dies, return it to player under control. That's not good. Needle Spectre. 1/1 flying for 3. That sounds great. Wither. That's okay. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards. So it's like a very worse Hypnotic Spectre. But it can be a very better Hypnotic Spectre. You put like an Unholy Strength on it, make them discard 3 cards. Oh my god, they'd be so fond if that happened. It's not going to happen. It's a bad card. Nightmare Incursion. 6 mana, sorcery. Search target player's library for up to X. What's the X? X is the number of swamps. Okay. So why do they only put one in the corner if I need to have a whole bunch for this to be good? Remove him from the game. Huh. It doesn't seem good. Doesn't seem good. Next row. Is this a liege? It's got a bunch of things. No, it's not. It's not. It's similar to other things. Okay. Attacking creatures. It's flying. It's got evasion. It's probably good in draft. Non-constructed. Overbeing of myth. That's another thing. Equal to number of cards in your hand. Beginning of your upkeep, draw a step. I always like this guy. 5 mana, though, for an XX. You draw an extra card, though. It's okay. I wouldn't pay any money for it. Primal Crux. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of green mana. 1, 2, that's like 6. Trample. Oh, no. Whenever you see a star, whenever you see that in the corner, be very, very cautious. What's the stipulation? Chroma. Equal to the number of green mana symbols and the mana of permanent you control. That's not bad. It's at least a 6/6 trampler for a 6. That's not horrendous. I guess. Next row. Pyretic Ritual. Each player returns each creature. With a -1 and -1 counter. I guess if you can set up your graveyard and everything, but I don't think it's great. Regal Forest. I remember this guy being good at the time. Comes into play, draw a card for each green creature. Look at that card advantage. Low price of 7 mana. And he's a 5/5 with no evasion and no trample. Sounds green, all right. Rekindled Flame. 4 mana sorcery with a bunch of text. Yeah, that sounds about right. Deals 4 damage to target creature player. Okay. Beginning of your upkeep, if opponent has no cards in hand. What? Okay. That's not good. These are... Wow, Rise of the Hobgoblins. I remember this card and I thought it was awesome, but I never did anything with it. It's only 2, and it's an enchantment, and when it comes into play, you pay X. And if you do, you put a bunch of goblins into play. And then you can give them first strike. So, I don't know. What? I was stupider when I was young. That card's not good. Next card, Rugged Prairie. That's a filter land. It's great. Sanity Grinding. We all know mill cards are always awesome. Because it doesn't matter what cards people have in their hands. As long as you're milling their graveyard, that's all that matters. Not their graveyard, their library. Have you been drinking? I need another drink. Hold on. Okay, Sanity Grinding. That mills players' libraries. Okay. Reveal 10 cards, blue mana symbol, mill them. Is it double or for each? No, it's just for each. I think it's good now, or air quotes good for mill decks. Is it still better than Glimpse the Unthinkable? I don't know. Not better than Archive Trap. Well, I guess it could be. 10. It does reveal the top 10. I mean, you're due, right? You're due. You're due. If you're making that deck, you're due. It's a bulk rare. Okay, we have Sapling of Coffiner. I always like this guy because it's a black creature and sort of a green creature. And indestructible. That's awesome. And when he attacks, reveal the card. If it's a creature, I gain life. Lose life. Wait, what? If it's a creature, gain life. Toughness, lose life, then put it in your hand. So many stipulations. What if it's not a creature? Then nothing happens? Maybe this card's not that good. Scarecrow. Sacrifices Scarecrow. So it sort of cycles for 4 mana, I guess. Return target artifact creature from your graveyard to play. That's a cool ability. If you have good artifacts in your graveyard that happen to be creatures. It's okay. It's fun. This card looks stupid. Spirit of the Hearth. Can't be targeted with spells or abilities. 6 mana. It's a cat. 4/5. I don't know about that. Okay. Hold on. Split. Oh, I filtered. Splitting image. Put a token. Retrace. That's not good. Spring Jack. Goats? Sacrifice goats, add mana? What? No, it's no good. Stigma Lasher. I remember this guy was awesome in like the random aggro red deck with burn cards back in the day. Because you couldn't gain life. And not gaining life is what their entire deal is. Is it good now? No? Maybe? Maybe? No. It would need to have haste. The art's awesome. Who drew that? Mikor? I can't read it. It is... I still can't read it. Who the fuck drew it? It doesn't matter. Looks like a Sequel Ripper guy, if you know what I'm talking about. Still Moon Cavalier. I always thought this guy was great, because he reminded me of the Knight of the Ebon Hand and the... I only remember the black one. The Order of Libatur, I think was the white one, from Fallen Empires. I used to love those guys, the Jump Pump Knights. And this is like both of them at once. I think this at one time was like a $10, $15 card. Now it's not. Don't buy these now. This was like the chase rare of the set at the time. Can you believe that? Talara's Battalion. There's only 2 mana, and it's a 4/3 with Trampler, but you can only play it if you played another green spell this turn. At the time, I remember this pre-selling for a shitload of money, but right now it's not worth anything, which is what happens a lot in Magic. And this guy's like a terrible Ball Lightning, which may be a better Ball Lightning, but it's not because it costs 5, so it's not. It's like a bad Ball Lightning. It's a bad Ball Lightning. Twilight Mire, Filter Land, it's great. Lands, usually 99, I'm not going to say 99%, 92% of the time lands are good, especially if they're rare. Umbra Stalker, it's a black creature, I love it. Chroma equal to number of black symbols in my graveyard. So it's sort of like... What the hell's the name of that card? Like a Revenant? Who counts the cards in the graveyard? I don't even remember anymore. He doesn't have regeneration though. And he costs 7 mana. He doesn't count himself. It should count the creatures in play and in your graveyard. So at least he'd be a 3/3. It's not good. Wake Thrasher. Whenever a permanent you control becomes untapped, he gets a little boost. I guess it would be good in an aggro Merfolk deck, but regular Merfolk are so much better than this. No, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good. Ward of Bones. I vaguely remember doing something with this in EDH. Commander. Whatever it's called. Controls more creatures. Can't play the same number of creatures. Wait. Same is true for now. That seems brutal. 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 11 years ago, this card was not good. Nowadays, it's probably okay. It's probably worth a couple bucks. Waves of Aggression. It's a Relentless Assault with Retrace. They're always bad. Worm Harvest. I remember this seeing tournament play at the time. Put a whole bunch of worms into play. Worms in my graveyard. Worms in my graveyard. Worms in my graveyard. Batwing Broom. That's an uncommon. What are you doing here? The fuck out of here. Okay, so 11 years later, and the good cards in the set. Ward of Bones is okay, I guess. The lands are good. That's not great. That's not great. That's not great. The land is good. Nothing. 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 Nothing? Jesus Christ. Are we really going to go all this way until we see another land? The lands are great. Oh, Glenalandra Archmage is good. I think she's been reprinted in the future, aka 2020, like 18 times. So at one point she was worth a whole bunch, and now she's worth like $2. Still a good card. Fetid Heath, that's great. Figure of Destiny, great card, worth nothing now. Nothing? Nothing. I'm going to go all the way to Bloom Tender and tell you to get that. You know what I'm saying about that? Bloom Tender, I would never tell you to buy this card when the set released. Never, ever, ever. But there's a Magic Mystery Booster Packs where this is reprinted. It's probably going to go down in price right now from whatever it was. I would wait a week and buy them if you need them for EDH or whatever weird-ass deck you're making. And that's the whole set. I hope that was worth waiting 11 years for. Hold on. We need to see. Where the fuck's the Sickle Ripper? He's a common. Nope. Oh, Flicker. Wait. Uncommon? Where are the commons? Jesus Christ. No one makes any of this easy. How long is this video? No one's gonna watch this far. Fuck it. What? I don't have a trackpad. Okay. What is he called? What's the fucking thing called? Sickle Ripper. Is that how you supposed to sickle? No, that's not. It's the first result. It's the first result. Are you kidding me? Of course it's the first result. There's no other sickle cards. Be safe out there, guys. Wash your hands. And rip those sickles. Rip those sickles.